And I want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. Sorry, we're getting started a couple of minutes late. Tonight, we're presenting a Wellness 101. My name is Brian Gresh. I am a pharmacist. I live in Connecticut. I've been a pharmacist for over 35 years, and I was not trained in the traditional, I was trained rather in the traditional sense where nutrition and supplementation was not part of my education whatsoever. In fact, I was pretty much told that supplementation was a waste of money. You take it in and then you pee it out. I'm sure we've all heard that. So it was through my experience as a pharmacist and what I found in the years owning a community pharmacy was people were not getting more healthy as time went on. In fact, generationally, I can look back to when I was first a pharmacist and working with a second generation and now a third generation of people, they're not healthier. And there's a lot of reasons for that. So it was kind of a wake-up call for me. So tonight, what we're presenting is the basic essentials for health. We're going to talk about that, digestion, and a little bit about weight management, stress reduction, etc. My goal really is to educate you how you can take better care of your body, to empower the average person to make a change today. We're going to talk about why quality supplementation is important, because your body is talking. The question is, are you listening? The disclaimer, these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. I'm not here to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. But what my mission is to give information to people that they can make one change today so that they can feel better tomorrow than they did yesterday. So it really isn't about me, it's about you. What are your health goals? Are you as vibrant and full of energy as you'd like to be? Are you mentally sharp, emotionally and spiritually grounded, lean and strong? Are you at a healthy weight? And it's really not just about a healthy weight. Is your body composition healthy? The right amount of lean muscle mass? Are you physically active? Raise your hand if you've ever felt out of balance. I think we all have. So my second question is, if that's the case, is there anything holding you back from making a change? Because I fully believe we can invest today in wellness, or we're going to need to pay tomorrow for sickness. And there's really no in between on that one. And Michael has just downloaded in the chat. So I would like all the guests to download this. This is a health awareness survey. And the most important question on here is the top one. So I want everyone to download this and at your convenience, fill it out, focusing on just not what your health concerns may be, but if you have people in your life that have issues, write their names down and then send this back to the person that invited you on the Zoom. But the most important question is, if there was one thing you could change about your health today, what would it be? Okay. And the reason why that we have to have this conversation is the world has changed over the years. I think we all see it. When I was a kid, my parents, my grandparents, the way we're living today is so different than the way it was back then. In fact, it used to be that the picture of health was the fat banker, think Monopoly. And today, now it's the thin individual that's really getting moving in their life. What really has changed is vegetables. Did you know that there are 59% less nutrients in the fruits and vegetables we're eating today than there was just 40 years ago? Why is that? Well, 90% of Americans are deficient in essential nutrients that we get from these fruits and vegetables because they're not in there to begin with. The reason is, number one, mineral depletion. Soil, we have over farmed our lands. We're taking all the minerals out, but we're really not replacing them. The second thing is the way we're treating our crops with pesticides and all kinds of different toxins that even if we're eating a healthy diet, we're consuming many of these toxins and we really need to detox them. So the question is, do you want to provide your body with the nutrients it needs to function optimally? Do you want to age well inside and out? And do you want to increase your energy, support your heart, and maintain a strong body? The question I heard this weekend at a training is, when you're 92, do you want to be able to get yourself off the toilet, or do you want somebody to have to help you? So that's a good question. And it's things that we do today that really affect that, because it's never too early or too late to start taking care of yourself. It really starts now. And I believe that supplementation it's no longer optional for optimal health. It's optional, but so is an optimal health. It's a requirement if you want to get everything your body needs to function at its max. Because we're not talking about the minimums and what the government says has to be in a supplement, that you have to get on a daily basis to prevent disease. We're talking stepping up from that, what you need to have in your diet and your supplements so your body can function optionally. Supplements provide the essential vitamins and minerals needed every day. That word essential is huge. That means that without them, and the body doesn't produce them, without them, your body does not function properly. Supplements can provide phytonutrients that you can't get from food, and there's so many different benefits that I've learned in my journey along the way. So I'm going to talk a little bit about myself as I go on, but I go back to several years ago. I was actually a compounding pharmacist. I had a compounding lab, so I was knee deep in hormones, and I started learning about out-of-the-box ways of treating patients that were underserved by the pharmaceutical industry and the medicine in general. And I was always looking at different ways to be able to get ingredients into the body. So when I first came across this specific supplement, I wanted to know why I had a life-changing event. Why is it that all the supplements I had taken up till then did not make a difference in my life until the one I was taking? And it really comes down to the delivery system. Absorption is what matters. It doesn't matter if you have all the right things on the label. If it's not going to get into your body on a cellular level, it's not going to make a difference. These are a couple of x-rays of slides from typical tablets and capsules. Many people don't even have the proper digestion to break these down. And, anybody that's worked in a hospital can attest to the fact that oftentimes they end up as bedpan bullets because they pass right through. If they're not digested in the stomach, they're not going to break down in the intestines. So what I learned about was the isotonic delivery system. It was a totally unique delivery system and never seen anything like it to get nutrients in their body. That's why some of the stories that I'm going to tell you happened. It was this delivery system. And what I'm going to do is just share with you a really quick 1-minute video on that delivery system.
Isotonics, the world's most advanced nutraceutical taken orally. Isotonics refers to the form by which the supplement is delivered into your body. Isotonic means having the same fluid pressure as body fluids. This all-natural delivery method reduces the time it takes for your body to absorb the nutrients. Normally, when you ingest a daily vitamin or nutritional supplement tablet, your body must work up to 4 hours digesting and absorbing the vitamins and nutrients. During this lengthy breakdown process, a percentage of the nutritive value is lost. But because Isotonics products are powders, the fillers, binders, coatings, and lubricants that are common to tablet manufacturing are not necessary. And the inactive natural ingredients and flavoring also make the product taste great. Faster and more efficient absorption into the bloodstream increases the value of taking nutritional supplements. Always follow the directions on the label when taking any nutritional supplement. Isotonics products become isotonic when mixed with the appropriate amount of water. Simply mix the product, stir, and drink. It's that easy. Isotonics.
So, you know, that's what I learned about. I learned about the delivery system and I was fascinated by it because in an isotonic solution, a supplement is 95% bioavailable. Typical tablets and capsules, high quality ones, 20% absorption, 20% bioavailable to be absorbed to have an effect on the body. So if you're looking at the label and it says there's 100 milligrams of something in it, in a tablet or a capsule, you're lucky to get 20 milligrams of it. So you actually get what's on the label. But it was this product right here that really started my story. And my story goes back to I was still compounding. I was working with supplements. I was recommending supplements. Nobody ever came back to me and said, "Oh my God, that recommendation you made a difference in my life." Nobody ever came back and said that medication I dispensed to them changed their life. But I had an experience with this product right here. It's that purple liquid you see in there. This is called our OPC3. I'm going to talk more about it in a second. But I had a lot of immune issues. I had chronic sinus infections, allergies, exercise-induced asthma. I was a mess, and stress just made it even worse. 3 days trying this product in this delivery system, it didn't cure anything, but it allowed my body to calm down so I was no longer reacting to all these outside things. Ragweed was my ultimate worst. 3 days on this, on a beautiful, clear, crisp September New England day, pollen everywhere, my symptoms went away. Previously, I'd be locked up in the house, oftentimes with a mask on. It was that bad. Couldn't have my windows open, anything like that. So what I learned is that there's a lot of people that can benefit from that delivery system. Anybody that has difficulty swallowing, doesn't like to take tablets and capsules. Senior citizens often don't have enough digestive acidity to break down supplements. Kids love to be able to drink their vitamins. The biggest group of people that I see really benefit from the isotonic delivery system are people that are looking to get results from their supplements. Would you all agree that if we're going to spend money on a supplement, and over 50% of American adults do, you want to see results? And that's the key. So the next thing I did was looked at the company behind these products, and that's marketamericashop.com. And what I realized was I had a company that was very, very careful in what they put into their products, but more importantly, what they did not put into their products. No deductible GMOs, vegan, gluten-free, so many things that I checked off as a high quality company. So this is where my story started. That purple bottle is what was shared with me, and I shared you my results. I then, my mother had very bad arthritis. She had come home from Florida. She was almost in tears. She said, "You have to give me something. I can't go to the doctors till Friday." I said, "I don't know, Mom. Why don't you try this stuff right here? It's not going to cure anything, but it may give you some relief. It may support the body to be able to let the body do what it can do." And I believe we all have the innate ability to heal if we give our body what it needs and remove the toxins. Well, she called me up a week later and she said, "Thanks a lot, Brian." She said, "It's 11 o'clock at night and I'm cleaning the basement. I have so much energy." So this is a great foundation to start somebody on a supplement program. The daily essentials, these packets right here contain all 4 products in one little packet that you add to 8 ounces of water and you drink. It has, and I'm going to go through each of these products right here. So, what I also learned, and when you mix these products up, you'll see all kinds of crazy colors that come out in the water. It's those colors that have the nutritive value that really make a difference. So these are the 4 things that are in these daily essential packets. Number 1, multivitamin, complete calcium, an activated B complex, and the OPC3. We're going to talk about the multivitamin for a second. There's a lot of products on the market, and if you understand how to read labels, again, not all supplements are created equal. There are very inexpensive forms of ingredients, and then there are the right forms of ingredients, the ones that the body recognizes to use. Take vitamin E. D-alpha tocopherol, synthetic, body doesn't like it. D-alpha tocopherol, more expensive, but does what it's supposed to do. And this multivitamin, which is in the Daily Essentials, right down the list, has all the right forms of vitamins. Our activated B complex, you may not have known, about 30% of the population have an issue that's called a methylation issue. They're not able to convert inactive forms to active forms of things. Most B complexes and B vitamins on the market are inactive because they're inexpensive. The body has to convert them. If you can't do it, you're wasting your money on that supplement. This product has all the active forms of the B vitamins. An example is B12. Cyanocobalamin needs to be activated to methylcobalamin in the body to be active. And again, it checks off all those boxes for me. Calcium. Very difficult to absorb calcium, especially a lot of the forms that you buy in a typical pharmacy. Back when it used to be oyster shell was the popular one. Now it's calcium carbonate. And calcium carbonate simply raises the pH of the stomach, which makes it more difficult for you to absorb nutrients. Well, this has the right blend, the right forms of calcium, so that the calcium does, and you could see the list of all these things that it does in the body, both calcium and magnesium, so that you actually absorb it. And finally, we're going to talk briefly about the OPC3, because this to me is what really opened my eyes to the power of supplementation. Free radicals, there's something called the free radical theory of aging, and it's why we age. It's why you can take, two people that are the same age, one looks 10 years younger and one looks 10 years older. The one that looks 10 years older is simply losing the battle against free radical damage. We see it as a banana ripening. We all hate when that banana turns brown. That's free radical damage. That's what's happening in our body on a constant basis. Because it combats free radicals, it helps reduce all the things that free radicals cause in the body. And it links back to just about every degenerative disease that we can think of. The OPC3 helps maintain healthy cholesterol levels, healthy circulation by strengthening the capillaries, arteries, and veins. It helps promote and support cardiovascular health, joint flexibility, visual acuity, blood glucose levels, sinus comfort, and more. To me, the list was so long, I said that it couldn't possibly do what it says it does, but having worked with this product for years, it absolutely does. And one of the key ingredients in it is pycnogenol. It's a very, very well-studied ingredient. Way back in the days of the explorers, I understand there's a story of the explorers in Canada coming in on their ships, and they were getting sick because they didn't have the nutrients that they needed, specifically the antioxidants. And the Indians took the bark of the pine tree and made a tea and had them drink it. And anybody who drank it got healthy again. So pycnogenol has been around forever, and it has so many different benefits. But this particular product has the exclusivity on pycnogenol in an isotonic form. There's even a study on the Isotonics OPC3 for cardiovascular health. If anybody wants info on that, I can share. So all the products that I talked about tonight, you can get them individually. You can buy them as a package and customize your program, or you can get the convenience of the package of the individual packets. We're going to talk briefly about vitamin D, because even today, mainstream medicine is recognizing the need to test people's levels. So many people are deficient in vitamin D. Again, there are studies that link vitamin D levels to things like viral infections, cancer, and so many things. I'm not saying this cures anything. I'm saying the studies are out there. Anybody that's interested, I can send them to you. But I'll tell you what my favorite thing about this particular product is. It tastes so good. It is absolutely delicious. Everybody needs to be supplementing with vitamin D, and 5,000 units to me is the right dose. So, a healthy digestive system is really where it all starts. And we're going to kind of turn our focus there, because if you don't have a healthy digestive system, two things aren't going to happen in your body. You're not going to absorb nutrients from your food or your supplements. And number two, if you're not clearing toxins, you're going to be toxic. So we want to talk about the digestive system because that is where our immune system starts. And I'm going to focus on a couple of products that I've seen some tremendous benefit from. My favorite by far is the Ultimate Aloe Juice. Anybody ever drink any aloe in the past besides this product realizes that it was one of the most awful tasting liquids you want to taste. One of the things that marketamericashop.com does is they know how to flavor products properly and healthily. This aloe juice supports a healthy digestive tract, a strong immune system, promotes normal healing. We all know what it does topically. Well, it does the same thing internally and promotes digestive comfort. That's a nice way of saying this does a lot of things. And everybody in the room there with Hope is going to sample the aloe juice when we're done here. And if you're a guest on the Zoom, reach out to the person that invited you. Ask them for a sample of the aloe juice. Ask them for a sample of the Daily Essentials and a couple of the other products I'm going to talk about right now. But the company puts out the highest quality product in this aloe juice. I'll just tell you a real quick story. I had somebody tell me that their husband had mouth sores all through his mouth. I suggested the aloe juice. She said, nope, he can't drink any juice at all. Most of his intestines have been removed. Well, now I know why he has this issue here. He's got all digestive issues. I had him rinse with this. And several days later, she came back and said, thank you very much. It cleared them up. So it's really a powerful product. It didn't heal anything. It allowed the body to do what it needs to do. Digestive enzymes, again, another powerful product. Many people aren't breaking down their foods properly. Well, digestive enzymes with probiotics have so many different benefits. Occasional stomach upset, this is absolutely my go-to product. But my favorite thing about this product is taking it with me, take those packets with me to dinner, having a nice big meal, then mixing the digestive enzymes and making room for dessert because it breaks down the food quickly. And I know in the room there, I think they may have had a pudding to show everybody that when you add these enzymes to a pudding cup, it immediately foams over and liquefies completely within 15 minutes. Well, it does the same thing in your stomach to the foods that we eat. So you definitely want to sample those products. And in a bit, I'm going to have a couple of people just share a real quick story about those products. Probiotics, so key, so important. Antibiotics deplete probiotics. We need to supplement with probiotics at a separate time from your antibiotic because you don't want the antibiotic to kill the probiotic. Essential for health. The product has probiotics and prebiotics, and it's designed to release the probiotics throughout the digestive system. So it can really impact all the different products. I'm going to move along here. I'm going to talk about greens real quick. I'm looking at the clock and I want to make sure I get you guys going on time. Who's eating enough salads throughout the day? Nobody. Daily greens, phenomenal way to get your greens in. Look at all the ingredients in here. Many of you are familiar with them already. I like to put it in my smoothies, but you can mix it with water or you can take it via tablets. Again, delicious tasting. Let's spend a minute talking about this slide right here because who doesn't have stress? Well, I found myself in a relatively stressful situation several years ago where I even found it difficult to get out of bed in the morning. And I realized that I had this product in my cabinet I had never taken before. So I started to take it, and it's a great blend of adaptogenic herbs, especially ashwagandha, that really, it changed my whole outlook. And I found myself getting up and suddenly the world was brighter. Well, this company builds upon what works, and they recently came out with an absolutely fabulous product. It's a CBD gummy with ashwagandha, which really does help stabilize mood, promote healthy emotional well-being, relaxation, sleep quality. Most importantly, it brings cortisol levels, the stress hormones, in line. Just for a couple of minutes, I'm going to talk about weight loss because big issue in this country. Many people have tried many different diets. Diets simply don't work because they're either restrictive, you have to count too many calories, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't need to tell you on that. What makes this system special is it's a lifestyle system. It teaches you how to eat real food. It's customizable based on your needs, and it's affordable. The 4 components to the TLS program that really ensure success are the low glycemic eating, which is your body utilizing food to maximize metabolism, improving body composition. It's not about what the scale says, it's what your belt says that counts. Science-based supplementation based on your needs, stress, thyroid issues, whatever it may be, leptin sensitivity, and providing the education. More than that, providing a support system both online and through TLS coaches to help you achieve your goals. The objective is to keep your body in the fat burning zone. If, a typical diet, we eat in the morning, we spike our blood sugar, we crash before lunch, we spike our blood sugar, and we're never hanging out in that fat burning zone. If you can learn how to eat to keep that wave steady in the fat burning zone, you will lose weight. We have a jumpstart program, a 30-day jumpstart program. I know Hope recently started with this. I'm going to have her tell her story in a moment, but the TLS system is a powerful system. So my question, how would you rate your health currently today? And if it's not a 10, what can you do to make it a 10 tomorrow? I believe it's time for everyone to upgrade their supplements. I'm going to just click through here. I always say if anybody decides to order anything tonight, there's 10% off. I believe that's powerful. I'm going to tell this real quick story, and then I'm going to bring Hope and Mia and Dee in to give just 2 minutes. This was my 4-year-old Yorkie Poo. He went to the vet, and unbeknownst to me, he was given 4 vaccines. Well, this is what he looked like a week later. He couldn't even lift his head. He was ended up in the ICU of the vet hospital, getting blood transfusions every day. At the end of the week, they wanted to put him down. They suggested we, say our goodbyes and put him down. I said, well, what'll happen if I take him home? They said, he won't last the weekend. I said, okay. I had done my research. I started him on OPC3 Ultimate Aloe and a greens product. We didn't have a greens product at that time, a greens product that I had read good things about. That was him a week later. Not only did he survive the weekend, he turned back into a puppy again. He was 4.5 then, he's 15 now, and he still looks just like this. It really is about results. So, again, it goes back to the daily essentials. For a little bit of an investment, it really is, to me, worth the money. Whether you decide on the packets or whether you decide on the 90-day bottles, that's your choice. My suggestion is get started on something today, whether it's customizable or whether you're looking for convenience. And this is the foundation for healthy digestion: probiotics, digestive enzymes, and Ultimate Aloe. In the chat, I had Michael download some information. He downloaded a health awareness survey. He downloaded an order form that looks something like this, and he downloaded some other information. So for the guests, download that and take a look at it and get it back to the person that invited you on. And what I want to do now is I want to bring Hope up to the front. And Hope, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Right up to the laptop. And if you could, in 2 minutes or less, just briefly share your story with Joe and your story, which is very powerful.
Okay. So our introduction to OPC3 for Joe came shortly after he was in a terrible car accident in July. Mia, who had been sampling these products for quite some time, and said to him, I've got something that's going to help you. She got him some of the product, he started it, and it immediately allowed his body to start working to heal itself, and made such a huge difference. His mobility, just everything was really working in favor of his own body doing the natural healing. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at that. Then to fast forward, we ran out of that product, and we were brought here unfortunately, because my father-in-law passed away. And we went to Mia's business launch, and she, of course, got Joe back where he needed to be on some OPC3 and some bromelain. He's currently in a saturation state, meaning he is actually taking a doubled amount so that his body can really heal and give his body everything that he needs to get rid of the things that are causing him to slow in life. His walk, getting out of bed, his energy level is better, his just his overall body maintenance has changed significantly. For me, I recently was introduced to the TLS program. I am 54 years old. I am tired of being fluffy. I love my husband, and happy marriage, fat wife doesn't work. So I decided that I got some wonderful information from Mia and Dee and Peter about the TLS program, and got introduced to Coach, who has been helping me along the way. I started taking some of the products. I did a 7-day jump start, and in 7 days, I lost 15.8 pounds. I am currently on phase 2 in the fat shredding phase. I can tell you that while it is restrictive, you can't lose weight eating cookies and cakes and all that kind of stuff. It's doable, and it's real food. Every single day, I'm staying in the fat burning zone. My energy level is better. My clarity level is better. And I haven't been this happy in quite some time, since the day I married my husband.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hope. And I know Mia and Dee. I met Mia when I was traveling down in Florida, and we developed a friendship, and I met Dee through Mia, and shared some information about some of these products. And just real quick, Mia and Dee, if you could just share your results.
Well, as Brian said, that I met him as he was down here. We were out dancing. I met Peter the same day. And when Brian first said he was a pharmacist, I kind of cringed. I've been over 25 years in the healthcare industry doing legal and regulatory practice for compliance. Now I'm a national healthcare consultant. I can tell you right now that our system is not working the way it should. It is not about health care. It's more about sick care. And I was tired of seeing it. In brevity, I will tell you, I was very frustrated when I saw a lot of things that people cannot heal themselves, and they're probably some of the top of the top and the best of the best in the industry of healthcare. And there's a problem. And I realized how bad we do not have the nutritional supplements that we actually need. If you look at the shelves, it is absolutely filled with everything that pharmaceutical companies own. Well, if they are not going to give you the cure, when they will charge you a lot more for other things, and people can dispute that with me, but I have my own premise on that. But I know personally, they have protocols. That is what I call the cookie cutter for everyone. And if anybody's in healthcare, they could understand that word. Cookie cutters don't work for people like me. I have a lot of sensitivities, adverse reactions, and allergies. So I asked Brian, I'm like, Brian, I'm having issues. I'm spending over $125 a month just trying to help my stomach and get rid of my allergies and none of the products were working. I was eating like Tums and those kinds of things like they were candy, and worse than candy. It's just horrible. So long story short, he got me these products. It changed my life, literally, because I am no longer spending that kind of absorbent money. And that was on average $125 a month. I paid less than that for these supplements and my aloe. My stomach has been completely healed inside and out. I accidentally, kid you not, accidentally ate jalapenos on a taco not too long ago. And I was like, hey, I didn't end up with heartburn, and I could handle it. I could handle drinking a little bit of orange juice and lemonade and those kinds of things. So I know they work, and I've seen them work not only in myself, but in other people. And so I was just really glad to be able to have a great product line at the best delivery system. And as Brian stated, it's basically it's one step down than having an IV in your arm. I kid you not. So I'm very grateful for it. And I had great side effects from it. My muscles have stopped cramping at night, where I used to have bad spasticity in my legs that would wake me up and I couldn't even walk. And now I have no problems with it because I'm able to take the supplements and let them work in my body. Because my sister, and I'll bring her over, was having multiple issues with allergies, and I thought I was bad, she's worse, or she was worse, let me say that. And not was is the operative word. I'll let her tell her story.
So she had got relief for her allergies. I have horrible allergies. I took 2 types of medicine, alternating them. Still didn't get any relief from 2 types of allergy medicine. I was in a bad environment in my home, and so I was suffering from different things for health-wise because of mold. And then I had inflammation really bad from, playing sports and doing different things as a kid. So within a week of her introducing me to Brian, giving me the OPC3, my inflammation and all my allergies went away. I haven't had to take anything for any of those in about 8 months. So I was really sold on the product. So in April, I decided to start my own business, trying to help people with our products.
That's great, Dee. Thank you so much. And again, these products didn't heal or cure or do any of that. They simply allowed the body to do what it's meant to do. If we let our immune system operate the way it was designed, we'd be in perfect health. I want to end this just with one quick online testimonial. And I'm sorry, I did not ask her ahead of time if she would just share real quickly her story. But Maria, would you mind just real quick sharing your story?
Sure. Thank you for letting me share. It was a very powerful time in my life. I was undiagnosed with Lyme disease for over 2.5 years, enjoying a nice glass of wine on my deck when the next morning I woke up completely paralyzed. For over 9 months, no one can really diagnose me with what was going on. I went and exhausted all possibilities with every kind of specialist, every kind of medication. When, long story short, I went to an infectious disease doctor that they said that he was like a crazy guy. So I figured he might want to help me. And in the meantime, I actually had seen a bottle of our OPC3 on a friend's counter. And I said, what is that? And she said, oh, it's going to make my nails and hair stronger. And I said, great, I need to look good in my casket. I would love to try it. Can you get me some? So I started taking it, recommended 2 capfuls a day. When I took it to my doctor, he recommended I take 4 to 6 capfuls a day, and that there could be, it could get worse before it gets better. And I could definitely tell my body was purging something. Within 4 or 5 days, I started noticing that my vertigo was going away, which I had for at least a year. Every single day when I looked up, I would spin. When I looked down, I was actually sitting up to sleep in a recliner chair. That's how bad it was. Long story short, those symptoms started going away. The paralyzation started going away. I got my life back. And since then, I've been able to help other people change their health and how, in their lives. So the power is behind our delivery system. I feel that we absorb these vitamins, and that's why you feel a difference, and they're completely life-changing. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria. So at this point, we're going to conclude. I just want to leave the guests with this. For the guests in Clearwater, in that event hall there, enjoy sampling the products. I'd like to find out what you think about it. For the guests that are online, ask for a sample from the person that invited you on. Try it for 3 days. See if you like the taste. See, report back on what you experience with it. But most importantly, just do something today that will allow you to feel better tomorrow. So thank you guys for your time tonight. Have a great evening.